Hey guys, how you doing? This is Juan with Liberty Graphic Designs, and today we're going to be sublimating socks. So don't go anywhere. Okay, so somebody asked me to make a video on sublimating socks. It's been a while back, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I actually made a little bit of time so I can make this video. I got tons of video that I need to make, but today we're going to be sublimating the socks themselves. I use this aluminum jigs. Sorry guys, I felt oh, it's piece of tape. I felt something on this aluminum jig, and I thought it was like a piece of aluminum. But anyways, I used aluminum jigs. We actually sell this, but right now I don't have any. I haven't made any. I got some, but they're not ready. But that's what you're gonna be seeing me using is aluminum. We cut this. Actually, we used to sell them. We don't cut them anymore, but I still got some. And we also sell the socks. And the socks come in this cardboard insert. And it's got the instructions, you know, as to how to sublimate it. And again, it's got an insert in there. But the ones that we're going to be using is the ones that we do before we put the insert in it. And we're going to be sublimating 4 pairs, which is 8 socks. And this is how, at least this is how I do it, okay? So there's all different kinds of way how to do your socks. You're going to be seeing the way that I do my socks. If you notice, if you can see, my jigs already have a line. That's where the sock ends. So there's that sublimation ink. So that actually now I use that as a guide. So I bring my sock and stop it right about there. So that's how we do it. Let me put all these socks in these jigs so we can move to the next step. And now that I have all the socks in the jigs, there you go, it's like a turkey tail. Now we're gonna be putting on the actual sublimation or sublimated part of the sock. In this case, this measures 17 inches. The printer that I'm using is an Epson F6370, which is a 44-inch printer. It prints like super wide, right? All these socks right here, all 8 of them were printed on one sheet, and then I just cut it, you know, just cut it to size. I'm sorry, cut it individually. So now what I'm gonna do is, I usually, in this case, I'm sublimating the same print on both sides. If I was sublimating something that had a different image, like for example, this one will be, let's say this one's got my logo, right? And then in the back side of it will have a different type of print. Then I will pay attention to which part I'm putting on the actual sock. This case is the same, so I'm not gonna be paying too much attention to it. I just lay down the sock, and I'm gonna leave a small bleed, and I'll put a piece of heat resistant tape on the top and the bottom, and I will show you in a little bit. And I make sure that I have a bleed all the way around. You see that? So when I print it, there's a bleed. You see that? So the print is actually a bit larger than the actual sock. I'm going to show you again because it's, see that? So there's a little small bleed, and then I just lay obviously the prep sock to the side and make sure that I'm working on one side. Yeah. So again, I'm making sure that I'm working just on one side. Like for example, right now I'm doing all the fronts. That way I don't get confused in case this was a different logo on the sock. Okay, like the front and the back. So let me get this ready and then we'll come back so we can sublimate them. Okay, so now that I got everything ready to go, what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna put a piece of parchment paper or whatever paper that you guys have, that you guys use. You know, if you have butcher paper, parchment paper, tissue, whatever it is that you guys are using, put it down so you can protect your press. Because remember that bleed that I had at the bottom, it's gonna transfer over. So what I'm gonna do is, the press is big enough. I'm using this big old press because I was sublimating shirts. Let me show you what I was doing earlier. So we do a lot of cut and sew here. And I was sublimating these shirts. That's the reason why I'm using this big press right now. You don't have to use a big old press like this if you don't have a press like this, right? So this is the back of the shirt actually. And here's the front of the shirt. So again, this is what I was doing. That's why you see me using this big old press. But you don't have to use a big press like this. Remember I said this is 17 inches long. The print is 17 inches long. So you can definitely do it at a 16 by 20 press. However, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna print all 8 of them at one time. I'm just gonna press 4. And just so you know, I have my press a medium to high pressure, and I have it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And usually what I do right now, it's when the press is actually, you know, transferring the image over, this is what I will continue on, you know, prepping the rest of the work. So let's wait for that to be done, and then we can do the other set, and then we'll take those and sublimate the front of them, or the back, whichever one it was. Okay, so also one thing I forgot to tell you is that you're gonna have to use some gloves, some heat resistant gloves, some mittens, whatever you guys have. I just use a towel or something that is, you know, to protect my hands, because if you notice, I don't think you can see it on the video, but my jigs are actually sticking out, you know, so I can grab them. But just by putting my finger on it, I can feel the aluminum getting hot. Now, so I guess it's ready. We're gonna get them out. Then, see, I was gonna grab it with the bare hand, but this is it. The sock, the front of the sock is already sublimated. I'm just gonna remove them all. Again, be careful, don't burn yourselves. And then I'm gonna put the other 4. However, I usually use another piece of paper. Every single time I'm gonna put some more socks in there, use a brand new piece of paper. Don't try to match it to the prints that you have right here, because if you don't match it, you're gonna ruin that print. You're gonna ruin that one sock. So paper is cheaper than the sock itself. And then now what I'm gonna do is, obviously I have to remove the paper, and you'll see the end results. So see if the camera can focus. Maybe I need to stand right next to it. Anyways, there you go. Nope. Right there. So again, this is the front of the sock. I'm gonna remove the tape as well. We don't need that tape anymore. We are gonna put some more tape, right? Remember, the jigs are gonna get really hot. Now I believe I did a video like this before, and there was a couple of comments, especially this one lady. She said that by using a metal jig, you can burn the socks. That's not true. I do a lot of socks, and I never burn one. Well, till now I haven't burned one before. So see, they're hot, but you can still, you know, depending on how much you can tolerate that heat, you can still pick them up by hand, but they are hot. So I'm gonna try to focus so you guys can see the next step. Sublimation of the socks. If you notice, this is completely white, right? So we need to roll the sock over just a little bit, and I'm gonna stop right here so you guys can see how much I'm rolling. So just a little bit, that's about right there, right? That way you don't see this white line. So you roll it just a little bit, just like that. So you roll it to where the other print is gonna cover that, and then you won't see a line. So let me do these real quick. So that's the printer that I use. That's a Epson 6370. And right now I'm actually, again, printing the other set of the socks for the back. So all I gotta do is just cut this. The printer actually cut it for me. Just like that. So now what I gotta do is just cut these one by one. I know what some of you are thinking, can you sublimate all at the same time? Yes, you can. But it's easier if we just cut them one by one. So now what I gotta do is do the same thing I did at the beginning, only this time is gonna be the back side. Now, right here, if you had something that you needed to match to the back, this is where you gotta pay attention. Match it. Like if you have lines that need to, you know, match all the way around the sock, this is where you will do that. But all I'm gonna do is prepare the sock to be sublimated on the other side. So then usually what I do is I just stack two of them together, grab the end of it, and just pull it, just like that. But let me show you what the sock looks like. See, now we're not gonna have, it's still warm. See how there's not a line? This is where I was rolling the sock on the jig. So that's what it will look like. Obviously that's my hand. So that is it, guys. Let me take these other ones out. That's how easy it is to make socks. Again, be careful if you have gloves, use them. If you don't have any gloves, you know, use a towel so you don't burn yourself, because the aluminum can get pretty hot. Like this time it was only 4 pairs. But sometimes, like whenever we do, you know, sometimes there have been orders like 100 of them. You have to be careful because they get pretty hot. Again, just grab both of them together. Pull the end of it. Just like that. Keep an eye out. I might get those ready so I can put them back on Etsy. The socks, you can actually buy them on Etsy, not this ones. You can buy, you know, blank sacks so you can sublimate your own. If you don't have those jigs, the sock actually comes with cardboard, not cardboard, it comes with car stack. So you can sublimate it right on the car stack. The print will be a little smaller, but you know, if you don't have jigs like that, you can actually sublimate it off of the car stack. But this is, again, this is what they look like. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna put them on because I don't like tall socks like this. I use ankle socks. But yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool. Nice. Remember what I was telling you? If you have lines that you need to match, you gotta be careful. I'm gonna show you what I was talking about. Like for example, this line right here. Let me get closer. If you notice, there's the end of the jig, but my line looks straight. It's not a straight line, but you can see how it actually follows. So thank you for watching, guys. It was a pleasure making this video for you guys. Again, if you want to grab some of these socks, you can get them on my Etsy store. There's a link in the description below. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless you. Keep an eye out because we're making the next video that we're going to be making is about sublimation paper and sublimation ink for a sub. So don't go anywhere. God bless you. I will see you in the next one. Adios. Bye-bye. See you later, guys.